check this out. This is actually a very useful little device you can use in your house, and basically it's just an LED. What does it do? Well, it actually adjusts the amount of light that it emits depending on the brightness in the room around it. So in your house, if it's very dark, this will emit more light, but if it's very bright, this will emit less light. And it actually works because of a very simple circuit here. But the most important part of the circuit is this right here. This is called a photocell resistor, or you can also call it a photoresistor, and its whole role is in the name. So what it does is, this is also a photocell resistor right here, and how it works is it actually senses the amount of light in its environment and it changes its resistance based on that. So we already know that LEDs are current driven, while things like incandescent bulbs are voltage driven. So what that means is LEDs will actually change brightness depending on how much current it receives. So in this case, if we use a photoresistor, depending on the amount of light in its environment, the photoresistor will change resistance. And because we know resistance changes current, the amount of resistance will actually change how bright this LED will shine. So that is how this brightness of this entire LED will change. So also this tool uses around 0.3 watts of electricity. So in comparison to other sources of light like incandescent bulbs, which use around 60 watts, or LEDs, which use around 15 watts, this actually does not use that much. It's pretty simple, it uses very little electricity compared to other sources of light, and it's useful. So I'd consider using this. And also, if you look at things like refrigerators, those use around 300 to 800 watts. So that's actually not that much either. Like compared to a refrigerator or other appliances in your house, this will barely use that much electricity. So there's also other components in the circuit. So for example, this right here is a capacitor, this red part right here. And we also have, below the capacitor, we have this black little part right there. That is a rectifier. And we have that rectifier because what it does is we plug this into an outlet, and we know that from the outlet we get AC power. So this rectifier actually converts it to DC. We have these 2 points right here. That's where the AC comes from. So the rectifier converts it to DC to actually use to power the LEDs. We also have, if you can see, R1, R2, all those different resistors in here too. And finally, we have our photocell resistor. And that is actually the main part that changes the amount of resistance that reaches these LEDs to change the brightness. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, it helps me keep making new videos. Bye!